All right, everyone. Today we're going to be making a small house for whatever kind of pet you might have, whether that's like a lizard or a fish or a turtle or hamster or something like that. So let's get started. We'll click the blue Create button, create new document. Now, my little sister has two leopard geckos named Stitch and Angel. So I'm going to make a house for them. And we're going to call it the Ohana house because Ohana means family. Now, this one's actually really easy to make thanks to this tool right here, which is called the shell tool. I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to click the front plane here, make a sketch on that front plane. So I'm going to type sketch, type N, so I'm looking right at it. And then I'm going to draw half of the house. Like that, and that, and then I'm hit escape. And now I'm going to mirror that across this line right here. So I have a perfectly symmetrical house. I'm going to type D or click right here so that I have the dimension tool. And let's see, I think, that's not the dimension I wanted. I want the distance between this line and this line. Let's make that 150 for now. And then the whole thing scales with it. Let's make that 100. And then I want to make the angle here, just clicking both lines there, 45 degrees. There we go. You can see this is kind of the overall shape of a house. So I'm going to hit the green check mark. And now I'm going to extrude, which you guys already know how to do quite well. And I don't want it just 25. I made the bottom 150. So let's make the length 150 as well. There we go. Now it's like a square. Green check mark. This is where the magic of the shell tool comes in. So right now I have the outside of the house, but it's totally solid. You can't go inside it because there's no hole in there. There's no cavity for you to go inside of the house. So if I use the shell tool, what this will do is any face I click on, it'll get rid of that and then make a shell where the rest of everything is. Does that make sense? So I clicked on this surface, this face, and so it got rid of that one, and then it turned the rest of it into a box, into a shell. So I'm going to click that one again because that's not the one I want to get rid of. I want to get rid of this bottom face right here. Now you can see I have an actual inside to my house. It's not just a solid block. So green check mark. Now I want to add some windows to this house. Actually, let's do the door first. If I go with the door, I can click on this front face right there, make a new sketch, type N, so I'm looking right at my sketch. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did for making the house and just mirror to make this symmetric like that. And I'm actually going to need the line on the bottom as well, like that. Escape, mirror tool, select my mirror line, select the things I want to mirror across that line. There we go. Now if I type D for my dimension tool, I can set how tall I want it to be. Let's go with 90 millimeters. And I can set my width. So let's go with 80 millimeters. I like it. Green check mark and extrude, just like you already know how to do. And I'm going to click remove so I can get rid of that. And you can see I got a doorway. It's got to be kind of wide so the lizards can actually get in and out. But then after I make my doorway, I can make windows in this house. So I'm going to type this side, or click on this side face right here. Click sketch so I can make a new sketch. Type N so I'm looking right at it. And we're going to use the pattern tool to make this way faster. So I'm going to make one window pane right here. And that's going to be 20 millimeters by 20 millimeters. And then I'm going to use the pattern tool, linear pattern, and highlight my box. And now you can see I can drag things this way and I can drag them this way. And I get a pattern, a square pattern of the square I just made. I don't want 3, I want 2. And I want these kind of close together. I think 25 would be good. Let's try that. 25 and then 25 right there. And this is just the spacing between them. I'm typing -25 because it's in the downward direction instead of the upward direction. And green check mark. And now what I can do is I can click on each one of these and extrude them like this and hit remove. So I make my window. Or instead of clicking all of these, I can just click on my sketch and it'll get all of them. And there we go. And then if I want another window right here, I can do the exact same thing. I can use a pattern again. So if I go back into the sketch I just made, sketch 3, type N, so I'm looking right at it, and use linear pattern again and highlight all of my rectangles, then there you go. You can see I get even more. And it always starts with 3. I don't want 3. I only want 2 here. I think I want my other window right there. Green check mark. There we go. And now I have 2 windows. Now if I want them on both sides, I can go back to my extrude, double click. And there are 2 ways I can do that. I can either grab this arrow, drag it until I'm cutting all the way through, and then I have windows on both sides. Or I can change this right here from blind to through all, and it'll cut through everything it possibly can, which is both walls. So green check mark, there we go. Now I think every house needs a chimney, so let's make a chimney for this house. There are 2 ways I could do it. I could make a sketch on this top plane and then extrude my chimney all the way through the house, and then I'd have to find a way to cut away the chimney that's inside the house. Or I can do a different way that's a little bit smarter and it works faster. But you got to know one extra tool, which is the plane tool. So these are all called planes. They're basically surfaces that you can sketch on. You can think of it like the tabletop or the piece of paper that you are making your sketch on. And we can make more of these. So if I click plane and click a plane that is in the same direction as the new one that I want, then it'll give me a second plane right here. And I can move that plane wherever I want it. I want it above the house in this instance. And let's see, let's try 190 millimeters above the house. I like that. We'll go with it. Green check mark. And now that I have my plane there, I can make a sketch on it. So I click the plane, I click sketch, I type N, so I'm looking right at my sketch. And let's make our chimney. I'm going to make a rectangle right here. We'll go 30 by 30. So it's actually a square. And then I'm going to use my offset tool again to make the inside walls of my chimney. So you can see right there, it made the inside walls of my chimney. I don't want it 5 millimeters thick. Let's go with 3 millimeters thick. And green check mark. Now technically I could use the shell tool for that again, but I sketched it with offset. So now I go extrude, and I want to extrude this outside right there, like this. It's going to extrude it up. I want to extrude it down through the house. Now, if I do it this way, then I would still have to find a way to cut all of this chimney that I have in here. I don't want to have to do that. So what I can do instead is change this right here. Now it says blind right now. There are a few different options. It says blind because it's not paying attention to where anything else is in your model when it does that. It's just extruding as far as you tell it to. But if I do something like this, up to next, it will extrude up until it hits something. And so you can see on this side, it extrudes a little bit and then it hits something, so it stops. And on this side, it extrudes a lot further until it hits something and then it stops. So you can see now it's not inside my house, and I still have a good chimney right there. So we're going to green check mark that. And the last thing I'm going to do is add Ohana to the house, because Ohana means family. You can add your own pet's name on there if you want. If you want it to be their house, you can add it over the door. It doesn't really matter where you add it, but this is how you do it. You click the surface you want, and this is honestly just like the name tag, which is the first thing that you ever made. So click that surface, sketch, type N, so we're looking right at the surface, and then use the text tool just like we did with the name tag, click, give me the other side of the box, click, and then type in Ohana or your pet's name or whatever you'd like on there. I looked it up. There's actually an apostrophe before the O. And that is huge and will not fit on my house. So just like we did with the name tag, I'm going to change this edge to change the overall size of Ohana. You can't change this edge and this edge because that then disagrees with the overall like aspect ratio of the letters. You don't really need to know why, but you can only change one edge. So I always pick this one. I'm going to type D for dimension. I'm going to click right there. And let's go with 20 millimeters. That's a little bit smaller than I want. Let's try 30. Yeah, I like it. That fits pretty well. I'm going to hit escape. So I'm no longer in my dimension tool. And then I'm going to grab one corner and then I can drag this wherever I want. So let's try and get that center. Something like that. I like it. Green check mark. And now I'm going to extrude once again. And instead of having to click on every letter, I'm just going to click on the sketch I just made. Right there. And I can either extrude it out like this. That'll work totally fine. Or I can extrude it in as a cut. If I extrude it out, that's called an emboss. And if I extrude it in like this, so it cuts into the house, maybe, oh, that's way too big. And we'll click remove. Well, maybe 1 millimeter, because I know my house is 2 millimeters thick because that's how thick I made my shell. If I cut in like this, it's then called a deboss. There we go. Green check mark. Now it says Ohana on the Ohana house. And there you go. If you want to change the shape of anything, you can do that really easily. Like maybe you don't want square windows. Maybe you want like round bubbly windows because those are kind of cute. And the lizard angel is pretty cute lizard. So let's adjust that. I'm going to click on there. It looks like it's extrude 3. Double click sketch 3 because that's what's going to drive my extrusion. And I'm going to highlight all of this and hit delete so it's gone. And now maybe I want some circles for like a more bubbly looking window. Let's do something like that. I kind of like that. Maybe I want to move them around. I'll grab my center point and move them. If you want to change the size, you can use the dimension tool again, but I kind of like the size I have right there. So green check mark, and it's automatically going to extrude right through. I think that looks pretty cool. I can do it on the doorway too. I can either redo my sketch if I wanted to. So I would click on the doorway, and that'll tell me, oh, that was sketch 2. So I can adjust my sketch. Or green check mark. Or I can use the fillet tool just to round these out. Super easy. That, ooh, and that. There we go. I like it. Perfect. Now this will get better looking the more fillets you use. So you can fillet pretty much whatever you want on here. I'm going to fillet these edges so that my chimney isn't quite as sharp. And you can see that is a huge fillet that makes it not even look like a chimney anymore. So let's go with a 5 millimeter fillet. And that's just the radius of my fillet right here. So if I were to make this into a full circle instead of just like a quarter circle, my radius would be 5 millimeters on that circle. That's all it means. And let's add these corners and the inside corners. Just kind of smoothing everything out so it doesn't look all sharp and jagged. Let's go with green check mark on that. Maybe I want to round out these edges. So I use my fillet tool again. And actually, you should just be able to click a face as well if you want to. And it'll round out all those edges for you. That one and that one. Let's go with 3 millimeters. And it's still not happy with me. I wonder why. Maybe because they're the same size. Let's try making this a 4mm fillet. You can see it'll do that. Let's try making the inside one a 3mm fillet. Oh. Two millimeters? Man, this is really not happy with me. Guess if I pick the edges, it'll work. We'll go with that. And you can do this on pretty much the whole house, just so it looks a lot kind of smoother. But yeah, that's how you make a house for any of your small pets that you have, whether it's a lizard or a turtle or a fish or a hamster, anything like that. You can make a cute little pet house for your pet. All right. Thanks for watching, and let me know when you get your house done so we can get it printed for you.